Hello and welcome to Millennium News TV 24/7 Daily Global News Update. In English, my name is Todd Goldfinger and here are today's top headlines. Thank you for being with us. News story number 1. Joplin officials say they have big plans for $13.8 million of pandemic relief funds the tornado-ravaged southwestern Missouri City received under a 2-year-old federal law. Yet, the latest federal records show none of the money has been spent or even budgeted. In fact, about 6,300 cities and counties, nearly 1 in 4 nationwide, reported no expenditures as of this spring, according to an Associated Press analysis of data released by the U.S. Treasury Department. About 5,100 of those listed no projects, either planned or underway. So what gives? Is the money not needed? Are cities just sitting on it? Question mark. Next news. News story number 2. A federal appeals court on Friday ordered a new sentence for a North Carolina man who pleaded guilty to a petty offense in the Capitol riot, a ruling that could impact dozens of low-level cases in the massive January 6, 2021 prosecution. The appeals court in Washington said James Little was wrongly sentenced for his conviction on a misdemeanor offense to both prison time and probation, which is court-ordered monitoring of defendants who are not behind bars. Little, who entered the Capitol but didn't join in any destruction or violence, pleaded guilty in 2021 to a charge that carries up to 6 months behind bars. He was sentenced last year to 60 days in prison, followed by 3 years of probation. Next news. News story number 3. A 10-year-old Massachusetts girl shot by a neighbor who forced his way into her family's apartment earlier this week has died, authorities and her mother said. The girl, identified as Aubriana Lynn, was shot in Springfield on Monday and died on Thursday, her mother posted on Facebook. In quotes, "At 12:56 p.m., my Princess Aubriana Lynn's heart stopped beating," Stephanie Croteau wrote. "It was peaceful. She was not in any pain. She was surrounded by her family. My whole heart has been completely ripped out of my chest. It's shattered. It hurts. The pain I feel is unbearable." End quotes. Next news. News story number 4. Federal judges in Georgia and Texas have ruled against key provisions of 2 controversial election laws passed 2 years ago as the Republican Party sought to tighten voting rules after former President Donald Trump's loss in the 2020 presidential contest. U.S. District Judge Javier Rodriguez struck down a provision of Texas's law requiring that male voters provide the same identification number they used when they registered to vote. He ruled the requirement violated the U.S. Civil Rights Act because it led to people being unable to cast ballots due to a matter irrelevant to whether they are registered. We're going to take a short break from the daily global English news of Millennium News TV 24/7. Please stay with us. Thank you.
Welcome to the world of Millennium News 24. We bring news, we analyze news, and we make a bridge between you and the eventful world. 24/7, Millennium News 24 team is at your service. Don't miss Todd Goldfinger show, Goldfinger Music Hour, Noon News with host Todd Goldfinger. Millennium News 24 is available to be watched free for all LED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Millennium TV 24 News, news you need to know.
Hello and welcome back to Millennium News TV 24/7 Daily Global News Update in English. My name is Todd Goldfinger and here's the continuation of today's top headlines. Thank you for being with us. News story number 5. Nathaniel Horn, the husband of U.S. Representative Robin Kelly, died Friday, according to a statement from the Illinois Democrat. Horn was 68. No cause of death was given. In quotes, "My husband was a remarkable man. He will be sorely missed by all who knew him and loved him." End quotes, Kelly said in a statement posted to X, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter. In quotes, "Whether he was dad, grandpa, or Nate, his impact on all who knew him and loved him will never be forgotten." End quotes. Next news. News story number 6. The Archbishop of Cologne, one of Germany's most important Catholic dioceses, expressed disappointment Friday that employees used work computers to try to access pornographic websites. The statement from Cardinal Rainer Maria Wölki came after the city's Kölner Stadt Anzeiger newspaper reported that a list from the Archdiocese showed more than 1,000 attempts to access such sites from its computers. It said that dozens of employees, including senior clerics, had made such attempts. The Archdiocese confirmed the existence of a list. It said that its IT service provider routinely checks whether its firewalls fend off attempts to access sites with risky content such as violence, pornography, and drugs, and that they are not meant to check individuals' usage habits. Next news. News story number 7. Hurricane Hilary churned off Mexico's Pacific coast Friday as a powerful Category 4 storm threatened to unleash torrential rains on the mudslide-prone border city of Tijuana before heading into southern California as the first tropical storm there in 84 years. Forecasters warn the storm could cause extreme flooding, mudslides, and even tornadoes across the region. Hilary grew rapidly in strength early Friday before losing some steam with its maximum sustained winds at 130 miles per hour. That's 215 kilometers per hour Friday night, down from 145 miles per hour. Nevertheless, it was forecast to still be a hurricane when approaching Mexico's Baja California Peninsula on Sunday, and a tropical storm when approaching Southern California later in the day. Next news. News story number 8. Last month, after the biggest Israeli military raid on a Palestinian refugee camp in the occupied West Bank in years, Palestinians turned their wrath on their own security forces. They unleashed gunfire, firebombs, and pipe bombs at Palestinian security buildings in an outpouring of rage against the Palestinian Authority's failure to protect them from the devastating July 3rd raid and a long-running, deeply unpopular security alliance with Israel. In quotes, the horrible events of that night reminded us of the lead-up to the Hamas coup in Gaza, end quotes, the head of police in Yenin, Brig General Azam Jabara said in a ceremony this week for officers who defended a police station from rampaging protesters. In quotes, it was a warning. Next news. News story number 9. A California appeals court on Friday revived lawsuits from 2 men who alleged Michael Jackson sexually abused them for years when they were boys. A 3-judge panel from California's 2nd District Court of Appeals found that the lawsuits of Wade Robinson and James Safechuck should not have been dismissed by a lower court, and that the men can validly claim that the 2 Jackson-owned corporations that were named as defendants in the cases had a responsibility to protect them. A new California law that temporarily broadened the scope of sexual abuse cases enabled the appeals court to restore them. It's the second time the lawsuits brought by Robinson in 2013 and Safechuck the following year have been brought back after dismissal. The 2 men became more widely known for telling their stories in the 2019 HBO documentary Leaving Neverland. Leaving Neverland. Next news. News story number 10. Olympic gold medalist Tori Bowie's autopsy included an easy-to-overlook one-line notation beneath the heading, Medical History, Bipolar Disorder. In and around track circles, where the champion sprinter's absence is hitting particularly hard heading into Saturday's opening in Hungary of the first World Championship since her death. Bowie's mental health struggles were more than an afterthought. They were a stark reality that came to light during training over the years. They also revealed themselves in the Florida neighborhood where police found her body days after the 32-year-old, who was 8 months pregnant, died at home due to what coroner said were complications of childbirth. This has been the Daily Global English News Update of Millennium News TV 24/7. My name is Todd Goldfinger, and I thank you for watching. Please log in to get the latest news on all of our social networking sites. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. On TikTok, we are Millennium News 24. Also, our YouTube channel is News Channel M24. Viewers now on both network broadcasting, Android and iOS devices, Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, also all smart TV platforms. Please enjoy our entertainment, our latest news, views, and editorials, our Millennium TV apps, Millennium TV USA Android, Millennium TV News Google, www.millenniumtv24.com. Please stay with Millennium News 24/7. We thank you and God bless you wherever you are. Have a peaceful weekend.